Wow.
You may not believe it, the previous car chain that was lost on the road and no one picked it up, in the eyes of the master, but a priceless treasure. After a dazzling operation by the goldsmith, the price immediately doubled 100-fold. The finished product is a work of art. I didn't understand until the end. What do you mean the real masters are in the folk? The master first cuts the chain into 8 equal parts, then put them together and fixed by electric welding to prevent it from being thrown around when it burns later. Welding completed, the chain will be put into the furnace and ignited and heated. Wait until the chain is heated to the point where the whole body is red. The master will take it out and put it on the iron needle. Shake the hammer by tapping. Squeeze the loose chain little by little. Explain that the whole production process is very tight. I guess you're not squatting right now. Put your left foot on your right foot. When the small hammer hits almost, put on the sledgehammer and keep hitting. The master also needs to brush off the oxide on the surface of the chain and sprinkle it with a powder that's like salt. It has the function of removing impurities from the inside of steel. The role of improving material purity. Does Lao Tie know about these white powders? What is it? You can popularize it for everyone in the comment area. Reheat the chain to over 1,200 degrees, and at this temperature, the steel is in a cadaver state. It has low intensity, small deformation resistance, easier to shape, and other features. In layman's terms, it is as soft and waxy as ice cream. You can rub it at will, but it didn't turn into molten steel. The next master will use a hydraulic press. Repeated brake pressure on it. This hydraulic press is not your rolling pin at home. He has tens of thousands of tons of force with every pressure. Under the output of the hydraulic press, soon, he was beaten by Duan just now. It became a short strip. The temperature of the strip. The master will use the angle grinder, sand away the black oxidized sugar to facilitate subsequent continued processing. See here? Did you guess what the master is going to make today? Let's move on to look down. Cut off the excess at both ends of the steel bar. After feeding the pigs, the master will bring a tape measure. Draw marks on the surface of the strip with a marker. Then, according to these punctuation marks, divide it into 5 equal parts. The steel blocks are then restacked, line up. The connection gap also needs to be fully welded. In addition to making sure they're stable, also prevents the entry of impurities. The following is to proceed, a new round of breaking and beating. Reheat the steel to orange red. You can put it under the hydraulic press and press it hard. This step is to compress the stacked steel. Under the strong pressure of the air hammer, while the oxide skin on the surface of the steel ladder continues to fall off, the internal structure is also being further compressed and tightened. Why is it so cumbersome? Just to completely expel the ventilation that was blocked just now, so that they can be fully integrated into a whole. When the pressure was almost broken just now, the master will also fix it in front of Taihu Lake. It changes its shape by twisting it, and that creates a beautiful texture. It's like twisting a flower. This is a critical step. If you twist it too little, the pattern will not be unique enough. If the steel chop is twisted too much, it is easy to break. A balance must be found between them. Under the madness of the hydraulic press, it was hammered into a thick sheet just now. After the previous tossing, another layer of black oxidizing algae appeared on the surface. At this point, the master will pick up the angle grinder, clean up the steel chop thoroughly. So the material is ready, and the real technology is just beginning. Then the master will draw this sword on the steel batch with a marker, the general outline of the artifact. Then according to the markings, cut the excess part to remove. It has been made, the cutting process must be very careful. A little careless, it may lead to the scrapping of the entire piece of steel. But this is not shit in front of the old master, talking and laughing all over the place. The location of the incision, detailed pickups with sand roulette. While the edge of the steel batch is repaired and leveled, dispose of the burrs generated during the cutting process together. Prevent scratches during subsequent processing. The following master is going to be at the end just now. Use the tool to punch out a few positioning holes. There are 3 positioning holes in total. They rehearse by themselves. With these positioning holes, you can use a bench drill to further expand them through. The bench drill punches holes accurately. Make sure the hole is in the right position and size. The purpose of these holes is to install the grip, and here it can be locked with 2 screws for fixing shank. Then you can cut the blade. The master will replace it with the thinnest cutting leather. It's stuck at a 30-degree angle. Push back and forth on one side of the steel chop. Time for sanding, the master will control it in 2 to 3 seconds. Otherwise, as soon as the temperature rises, the whole piece of material has to explode. See, here, you should have guessed the master. What are you going to make today? That's right, a beautiful Damascus just arrived. Certainly, green fire is the soul of the entire production process. Whether the steel knife can cut iron like mud depends on this grain. The master will measure the temperature of the knife body, controlled at the most perfect 954 degrees, insert it into the oil, and zip. The hardness of the blade can be directly doubled. The master here chose Yukwei Hua, just because he is more gentle, avoid rapid temperature changes, cause cracking or deformation. Leave the surface of the blade with sandpaper. After the oil stains are cleaned up, now is the time to let stacked, twisted patterns emerge. Pour into my wash basin diluted acidic solution. The solution will interact with the metal on the surface of the knife body, react, so as to reveal the exquisite veins and textures. Of course, such a beautiful knife god must be matched with a delicate handle. The master will find a lunchbox, and we've got 2 pieces of wood in the middle that separate out 3 zones. Then pour the epoxy solution into it to make the whole thing look less monotonous. Then add green and blue powders respectively. You make the grip more colorful. Wait until the branches are completely solidified. We'll pass the comparison. Drill out the 3 holes corresponding to the handle. Duplicate the outline of the handle onto the grip. You can use a table saw. Cut off the excess. In order to facilitate subsequent processing, usually this one will be reserved for processing capacity. Then saw the grip from the middle and split it in 2. Now it can be matched with a combination of glue and rivets. Secure the wood firmly to the handle. Rivets provide physical support, and glue adds extra adhesion. Combine the 2 adds another layer of assurance to the overall security. Of course, such a crude exterior, not full-foot craftsman's extreme requirements for artworks. The next step is to polish the knife handle carefully, make the boxy edges and corners more rounded, smooth, enhances the overall touch. In line with the attitude of excellence, after polishing, a layer of maintenance oil needs to be applied. The handle becomes more crystal clear. So far, the Damascus is made of car chains. The production of this steel knife is coming to an end. I'm going to show you the top half of the creativity and superb hands of the craftsman. As you can see, the production of this steel knife is coming to an end. The brilliant creativity and superb hands of the craftsman. So, how much do you think is appropriate for this steel knife? Welcome to leave a message in the comment area. This video is here. Love you.
Like, subscribe, and comment if you like this video.